Okay, I think we should start pulling people in to the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He spells it SMY. That's why I say
Gotcha.
Smite.
Gotcha.
Okay.
everybody.
Got a nice,
This is what you
nice group.
call welcome to the first monthly membership meeting. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Look at all the beautiful faces. It's great.
Nice to see human beings in person, even if it's on a screen.
Hey, Sandy.
Good morning.
What's up, Mr. Glover?
Fine. How are you?
Well, I didn't recognize the name. I'm like, who is Alfonso? I'm like, who is that? I thought I recognized your face, just wasn't exactly sure.
Well, it is me.
Okay. Good morning, Clarence.
Fine. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Hey, Miss Town.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Morning.
Good morning,
Happy New Year.
Guy. Good
Miss
morning.
Kim New, got Daryl New, Charles Cat. Oh man. Look
So
at
it's a great amount of people today. Good morning.
Hey, Ronald Millsap. Oh my goodness. Carmen.
Morning, everybody. How you doing?
Hanging in.
Hey, Patty. I know. Quinn, did you start already?
I have not.
Okay.
Is that you, Melinda? I hear your voice.
It
Yeah.
is. I made it.
Okay. Okay. There you are. We're about to begin. It looks like it's going to be a pretty great beginning of the year. Our first monthly membership meeting for 2021. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gwen Shaw, and I just want to welcome you. This is awesome. This is a great way to begin the year. We have a pretty packed meeting today. We're going to jump right in, and the first thing we're going to do, of course, is start with, let's see, just a brief moment of silence. Prayer, silence. I'm going to let Carl Riley, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, guys?
You could speak a few words of just a blessing to the membership for 2021.
Sure. So I take a moment of silence just to reflect on how blessed we are to still be here after what we went through last year, and think about all the people that have helped us to get through and what we're going to get as far as help this year coming up. Lord God, thank you for all your blessings, for all the lessons you've taught us along the way, and for carrying us together on a monthly basis to help each other and to grow and to be as best we can be. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Again, we just want to thank everyone for taking the time this morning to participate in our first monthly membership meeting for the year. I totally am in line with Carl in that this, 2020 has been a really tough year, and things seem to continue in 2021, but nonetheless, we are resilient. And with the resources available to us here at the Chatham Business Association, we're going to get through this. We're going to have, despite all, we're going to have a great year. And I'm grateful to be healthy. I'm a future grandmother. So this, yes, I'm going to be a grandma this year. So
All right.
I'm pretty excited.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
But you don't look like a grandma.
Well, thank you.
Praying for a healthy baby and healthy family.
Well, thank you. I'm pretty excited. So, again, just there have been a lot of great things that have been happening. So, business has been great. But I want to find out what's been going on with you. If you could briefly introduce yourselves, let us know who you are, and if you are a member, give yourself a shout out for being a member of the China Business Association. If you are not a member, we are still accepting memberships always, and we welcome you. There's a lot of things going on. We got PPP popping up again, and we're going to have a speaker from SBA that's going to cover that for us a little bit. So membership comes with benefits. And one of the benefits, especially for those who were passed up for some of the PPP money, is that we have awesome resources. We have Mr. Carl Riley here. We have Melinda Kelly and the team from the Chatham Business Association. So we have resources for you. So if you didn't make it the first time, the second time, this is it. This is the time to do it. So please pay it, get your pens and pencils together and your pads rather, and get your notes, get your questions, because this is going to be great. But anyway, going back to the introductions, let us know who you are. I'm going to call you out a couple of seconds. Tell us who you are and whether or not you're a member. All right, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Glover, because you're right next to me on the screen. At least on my screen, you are.
Okay. I'm Clarence Glover, the owner of Majestic Florist at 8145 South Cottage Grove, and happy to be into a new year. This has been a trying year, but I made it through, and I'm happy to have been here. And I am a member of the CBA.
That was a great intro. Thank you. Everybody follow suit. That was awesome, Clarence. Hey, Sandy. Good morning.
Good morning. My turn?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm Sandy Yano. My company is Sandy Yano and Associates, do diversity and inclusion. I was Metra's DBE director for 26 years. And 10 years ago, I went out on my own, continuing to work with MBE, DBE programs, and currently involved in several disparity studies, which I'll talk about next month. And not a member, but been involved with the chamber for 20 years at least in one form or another. And glad to see that the chamber has grown in membership and in services that are being offered. I have seen this membership grow, and I'm really proud to be associated with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Ted?
Uh-oh, Granted went out for a second.
I went out?
Yeah, she's back. Go ahead. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Ted?
Good morning, everybody. I think I've
Good
been
morning.
loosely connected with the chamber since we all met at Chatham Pancake House years and years and years ago. I've been part of ACE's Business Network affair for that time, or let's say for more than 25 years now. If you'd like to join with more networking, come see us. The information's in the chat. We connect virtually every morning about 7 o'clock. Come join us. My business is Complus Incorporated. You always pay for good accounting one way or another. And your biggest cost of bad accounting is the no that you get at the bank.
Thank you, Ted. Miss Towns?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Thyteria Towns. I'm with Chicago Public Schools Office of Business Diversity. And I would like to thank Chatham Business Association, Melinda Kelly, Gwendolyn Shaw, and all your members for continually have us on to let you guys know about our wonderful opportunities that we have upcoming. Thank you.
Good to see you. Happy New Year. Miss Becker, Joanne Becker?
Yes, good morning. I'm not a member, but I represent the largest residential solar installation company in the US, which the CEO is a woman, and with the new president coming in who understands climate change. And I can get people panels without having to buy them, and they save money on their electric bill. And if they don't have panels, they're in a condo or apartment, I can still have a significant financial impact to them. Everybody's using more electricity and you don't have to pay more. I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you. I'm gonna skip over you, Carl. Come back to you. Marino?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody again. Again, Marino Orlandi. I'm a former board member. I feel like the prodigal son coming back home. Recently relocated to Dallas, Texas. I'm with First United Bank, kind of a national lender. And part of my goal is to really maintain my Chicago connections. That was part of my New Year's resolution. So I'm happy to be on the call. For those of you old enough to remember Tom Joyner, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. He was the fly jock and he used to fly back from Dallas to Chicago every day. Well, I remember that. That was my inspiration. So I'm gonna be the fly banker. I got to figure out the right way to turn myself, but I'm looking to make connections to both cities. So if anyone's looking to do business outside of the Chicago area, need some assistance, I'm there, and I will rejoin. Carlette, I'll call you later to get my membership up to date. So thanks.
That's awesome, Marino. Send us some heat. Is that Kim New?
Good morning, everyone. I am Kim New, the Community Liaison for Kimberly M. Fox, Cook County State's Attorney. I am assigned to our Community Justice Center South. We partner with community residents, stakeholder, and business partners to create thriving, healthy, and stronger communities. I will not be able to stay for the duration of this meeting. I am all over the place this morning with other commitments, but I wanted to say to my extended family, Happy New Year, and I wish everyone well on their endeavors.
Thank you, Kim. Happy New Year. Frida.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm Frida Madison, owner of Madison Enterprises Incorporated with my husband, Kevin. We're real estate property managers. We have in development, and we just received our general contractor's license. We're also graduates of the Chatham Business Association sponsoring the Future Energy Jobs Act. And we're members. Thank you.
Mr. Kathy.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Charles Cathy. I'm a local State Farm insurance agent. I'm a member. Thankful to CBA for the use of your resources, getting certified, and thankful for surviving 2020.
We're grateful for you too, Charles. Happy New Year. Skip over you, Melinda. Come back to you. Henry Red.
Good morning, everyone. Henry Red here, owner of HR Tax and Associates. I hope everyone's off to a fantastic start this year. I'm not a member of the CBA, but I'm looking to join. This is my second meeting, and I'm looking forward to getting some great information this morning.
Welcome back, Henry.
Thank you.
Jennifer Thomas. Pretty lady, unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi.
Actually, it was Thomas, but you can go ahead, Miss Jennifer Atkins. Hey, Jennifer.
Yes.
Hi.
Thomas
Atkins.
Good morning.
Two Jennifers.
Well, why don't you let Thomas go? Jennifer's going to talk later on as part of the team.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jennifer Thomas. We can't hear you though. We can see you, but we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I unmuted you. Now we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Good morning. I'm Jennifer Thomas. Happy New Year. It's a blessing to be here in 2021. We made it through 2020. Of course, I'm a Chicago police officer, 29 years. My business is Opportune Security. Started out 2020 with it. I joined the Channel Club early this morning, starting my year off with the membership. Love the resources. Ms. Kelly and everyone has been good. So I'm looking forward and working with everyone, learning and doing better this year. That's it.
Welcome, Jennifer, and welcome to the Chatham Business Association as a member. Happy New Year. All right. The gentleman from the Seed Group.
Simon, that's you.
Simon,
Yes,
thank you.
yes. Good morning, everybody,
Good morning.
and Happy New Year. I am Simon Ogeto. I'm representing Seed Group and another company some of you may be aware of called ACO Travel that has been in the South Side for quite some time. We all specialize on travel, especially international travel to Africa primarily. Carl and I have been to Kenya several times. That is more of a quintessential Kenyan than I am. I'm originally from Kenya, based on my accent. So the year 2020 killed, if not it paused travel for such a long time. We can't wait to get back to traveling again. My hope is that the new vaccines in the market are going to insulate all of you so that we can travel the world and enjoy it before we leave it. So I'm very happy to be a part of this meeting this morning. We are right here on 71st and Blackstone. So being a member of CBA is a requirement. I think I joined a while ago. It must have expired. I need to go back and dust it and put it back. So Happy New Year. I'm really glad to meet all of you. And I'm so happy that Carl kind of got me in. It's been a great resource through the bank. And I'm looking forward to all of us enjoying the connections it's affording our community. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Simon. Ms. Frazier?
Hey, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. My name is Carolyn Fraser. I am not a member, however, I was invited by Mr. Lester McCarroll. New year, new networking opportunities. I own and operate the PR Shop. We are an integrated marketing agency, and we specialize in public relations, social media, strategy and development, as well as small business marketing consulting. So I'm not going to be able to stay for the entire meeting, but I am so excited to just tune in to see what CBA is all about. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and Happy New Year. Okay. So what's that? Retton. Thank you. I'm gonna take you off of mute so you can tell me who you are. Go ahead, unmute yourself. There you go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Carmen Meekins from Red Symbol Education and Training, and we have a recovery center at 8721 South State, and we deal with people re-entering the community. Happy New Year to everybody. Very grateful to be here.
Happy New Year, Carmen, and thank you for my Christmas card.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And I am a member.
All right, Carmen.
All right.
Ms. Smith?
Hello, this is Vanessa Smith. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am with Angel of God Resource Center under the leadership of Miss Annie Smith. We're not related. I'm newly employed, and I was sent this invite to just sit in and meet all you wonderful people. I'm looking forward to having a great meeting this morning.
Thank you. Just want to remind everyone to please, if you have a business, please put your information in the chat so that people can follow up and network with you. All righty, Daryl Newell?
And Daryl, we can save him too for the end. We're going to talk about this PPP. So we got Daryl, Tony, and Carol on the line. They can go at the end.
Okay. Thanks, Melinda. Nicole Morrison? Are you there, Nicole?
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Nicole Morrison. I am here for the Chatham Education and Workforce Center, newly housed at 640 East 79th Street. We are a workforce development agency that partners with the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. We are members and we're excited to be here. I will put information in the chat room in reference to our grand opening, which is next Tuesday, January the 19th It would be an online event, and we look forward to partnering with everyone here for all of your workforce development needs, meaning hiring needs, of which I am a business service consultant and I can assist you with all of your hiring needs. Thank you so much. We appreciate the CBA and we look forward to partnering with you, continuing partnering with each and every one of you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Nicole. Marty Wilburn? What we're doing is we're introducing ourselves. If you were late coming in, just introduce yourself real quickly.
My apologies. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I am Marty Wilburn. I am new to the organization. I'm currently an Amazon engineer for the aviation department, and I am transitioning into entrepreneurship where I'm looking to build business into the Chatham area. So looking forward to the meeting. This is my first meeting. I've connected with a few of you via LinkedIn, and feel free to connect with me as well via LinkedIn at Marty Wilburn. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. Is it Cassandra?
Good morning, Cassandra J. Matz, Business Development for Livewire Construction Company, self-performed electrical company located in Calumet Park for over 16 years. We are a proud member of CBA and look forward to what's new and what's coming up for this year, 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassandra. Mr. Millsap. Are you having trouble? We can come back to you. Mr. Carthen?
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Chase Carthen, Diversity Officer with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. The Diversity Department at the district, we aim to mitigate present-day discrimination by looking to achieve equitable opportunities on our government contracts for minorities, women, small businesses, and veterans. And the CBA is a sister agency of the district.
Thank you. And Five Lows, who is that? Is that you, Connie?
Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year's to you. This here is Constance Sims Kincaid with Five Lows Eatery, located at 405 East 75th Street. 2020, we made it through it. Pivoting, jumping through hoops, rings of fire. So basically, I am looking forward to 2021, and I am looking forward to rejoining Chatham Business Association as well.
I think that word pivot was very important for 2020.
Yes.
And how well you pivoted is determined on whether or not you were still here at the end of 2020.
Amen.
Five Lows, thank you. Lemon pancakes, lemon pancakes. Greg Van Hypt.
Yes, good morning. My name is Greg Van Hefty. I'm Executive Director and Co-founder of Yoga Care. I'm not a member, it's my first meeting. We have partnered with Haji Healing Salon and used to be, had a brick and mortar in Chatham. We co-develop yoga programs around the city, citywide, partnering with community health centers and nonprofit organizations, providing free access to healing yoga programs and scholarships for community residents to become yoga teachers. And I'm glad to be here and looking to learn more. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Greg. Lenora? Are you there, Lenora?
I am. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lenora Blackamore. I'm the owner of Mecca Marketing Group, and we're a web development company that also do digital marketing. We help our clients build their online presence and also do the data analytics to show that the content is working. And if not, we change the content.
Mr. Millsap, are you ready? There's something wrong with your mic. If you get it back, we'll bring you back into the fold. Joyce, Guy?
Good morning. I'm Joyce Guy, the president of S&M Plow Corp. We do commercial snow removal and landscaping. We're located at 8004 South Chicago Avenue. And we are certified MBE, WBE, and DBE. I am going to renew my membership with the Chatham Business Association. And I'm happy to be with you this morning.
Thank you, Joyce. Happy New Year. Mr. Johnson, Cecil Johnson?
This is Cecile. Actually, I'm female.
sorry.
Good morning, everyone. That's no problem. So I'm Cecile Johnson. I'm not a member, so this is my first meeting. I was asked to attend. I'm CEO and founder of the African Development Plan, where I do research and data on the Black community and expert witness testimony on the case as it relates to our reparations. I'm also a co-author of the National Black Agenda. As a human rights defender, I'm with the Pendle Center for Institute for Human Rights and Self-Determination, and I am a facilitator of the birth of the African Descendant Nation. So we have filed a Declaration of Self-Determination. I'm also an activist with the Big Mama movement here in Chicago. So my purpose for being on your call is to kind of see what's happening out there as we help in the design of how we move forward in the city. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Cecile. Ms. Toy?
Yes.
Go ahead, introduce yourself and the company.
My name is Toy. Name of my company is Pink Hearts Organization.
Okay, Ms. Toy, is this your first meeting?
Yes.
Welcome. I'm sorry. You probably didn't hear the introduction. So you just introduce yourself, the company that you're affiliated with, and or if it's your business, state that as well, and whether or not you're a member, but welcome and Happy New Year.
Hi, Ms. Toy, this is not your first meeting.
I know you've been to the meeting. This is our cousin.
Oh.
Well, I've never been on this platform. I should say it like that.
Okay. It doesn't change, Ms. Toy.
Thank you very much. Okay, I appreciate being here. Yes, Pink Hearts Organization. I've been to a lot of the meet and greets, but I wasn't sure what this one was about, so I was just being a little laid back, but I'm happy to be here. And thank you for having me.
Hey, all righty. Scott?
Good morning, everyone. Carl Riley invited me. I am the founder and CEO of Let's Talk Incorporated. It's an umbrella company under which I operate as a speech therapist for the state of Illinois. And then I'm also a children's book author, creator of the Violet Book series, which is a morally based children's book series where the father is the main focus. So working to break down the mass stereotype that fathers are not available in communities of children of color. So I'm blessed and happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me. I look forward to learning.
Okay, we have a few more people and then we're gonna go right into the meeting. So Dante Wilson, I'm sorry, Winston.
Hello, I am Dante Winston. I am the president of Excel Construction Labor, Inc. We are a MBE, DBE certified company. We specialize in post-construction cleaning and site labor. We are a signatory company, and I am a present father.
Oh, well, Dante, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Miriam, I see you there. Ms. Green? Okay, it's three people on the phones. If you want to introduce yourself, you can. If you don't, you don't.
Sorry, I want to apologize, Gwendolyn, for my technical difficulties. Thank you for giving me a couple opportunities. My name is.
Is that Mr. Millsap?
It is.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Ron Millsap, and I'm the Community Reinvestment Act Officer for Providence Bank and Trust. We are a member of CBA and a proud member of CBA. And I'll also be available to provide resources for folks who are looking for first round and second round PPP loans. You can find out more on our website at providence.bank, but we're going to assist our existing customers as well as folks who have been traditionally locked out of this process, those in low to moderate and underserved communities. So feel free to reach out to us. We'll definitely get you in our queue and do our best to service as many members in the community as we can.
Thank you. Did I miss anyone? You went, Daryl, right?
No, he didn't. I was mentioning, and if we have everybody, I can a little bit talk about our meeting and so why we sort of changed the agenda.
Go ahead, Melinda, take over.
Thanks, Gwen. So as you know, the PPP second round is the portals open. So first of all, I put in the chat, and I hope everybody writes this date down. January 22nd, we will do a full, a very in-depth presentation, but we wanted to make sure it's going to be our PPP second round readiness. It's going to include SBA is going to participate, PNC is going to participate, Fifth Third Bank, Seaway Bank, hopefully Mr. Millsap. The goal is we're talking with various organizations, including the Chicagoland Chamber. What we want to do is make sure we take out the angst and run around of making sure you're with the right partner at the right time and apply successfully. So just like we did in the first round, CBA as an organization, we're on standby, we're ready to pivot, we're ready to help you respond. But today we will have a informal conversation. I'm hoping Tony is on the line and he's gonna lead us, and Carl is gonna jump in as well as Daryl. And the reason why, and Carol is here because she's in another, I can't imagine what her life is like, because we've been on so many calls and she's bombarded with a lot of questions, but she's been a wealth of information and she's sticking it out with us. Obviously, you know, when you're in the airplane, they say put your mask on first. So January 22nd is to make sure that our membership hosts in the commercial corridor, that our businesses, let us help you put your mask on first so we can help others by making sure you apply and that you're ready. So having said that, Daryl, you're on the line, aren't you? I haven't heard you say anything, but you're on the line. I just need to make sure you can hear.
I am on the line. I am on the line, Melinda. You know, when you call, I respond.
So Tony and Carol, can you hear, and your audio's doing pretty good?
This is Tony, I'm on.
Oh, Tony, you shaved. Carol, are you here?
I am here.
Okay, so let's get started with the conversation. Tony, why don't you sort of lead off with what you know and what we've had you say on other conversations, followed by Carol, and then Daryl will step in. But mainly what I want is to, after they talk, to make sure we get all the questions in as we start to get ready, because the portal's open and we've got to get going. And then Daryl's going to chime in after that. So Tony, why don't you?
Yeah. So very brief opening is this. You know, obviously the first conversation I had when the stimulus was passed was with Melinda. It's always the first stop in this town. And what I wanted to do was to make sure that we quickly move towards readiness across particularly our south and west sides of town, and even more specifically in Chatham. So what we know is that the SBA has finally published the basic guidelines and the application for the second round. And I believe, I can't remember who it was, someone else within the Chatham family has already shared a copy of the application. And I'm suggesting, Melinda, that we quickly get that out to everyone and that we all take on the personal commitment of spreading this word as quickly as possible to as many businesses in our neighborhoods as possible. And let me even be more exact, to get to African-American and other peoples of color, to make sure that they are not disproportionately left out of this round. The good news is the way the SBA has framed this, the first 2 weeks, for the most part, the doors have been closed to big banks like PNC and Fifth Third and others, and have been reserved explicitly for small community and minority-owned banks. So Daryl, I believe as a CDFI, Seaway is covered in this first round. You guys are able to start submitting applications now. Couldn't be more delighted about that. But the whole idea is to make sure that run institutions and community banks and institutions that primarily serve low to moderate income communities and communities of color have an opportunity to get their applications in before the floodgates become overwhelming and those applications get lost in the count. There are some important changes this time around. So things everyone should know. And by the way, when we have the SBA on the line with us, they can go through this in more exact details. But what's really important this time around is that you can apply for a second pot of money. But there is a condition. The condition is that during at least one quarter during 2019, your year over year, quarter to quarter, had to fall by 25%. Some other key things. The caps on how much you could apply for have been raised for restaurants and entertainment type businesses. So theaters, nightclubs, bars, music venues, et cetera, live stage theater. Those kinds of organizations that essentially lost their audience are now going to get, I believe it's been raised from 2.5 to 3 times the amount of money you can get. So it's a little bit of incremental money. There are now some additional grant monies out there as well, depending on the type of business you're in. So in addition to the EIDL, there are some additional monies out there for qualified businesses. Say, go to the SBA website, get a copy of the application, start gathering all of the information that you need to complete that application, take advantage of the technical assistance that's out there, and let's get running. And then as I look at Daryl, man, I look at you always, great to see you out there. I will tell you at PNC, one of the things we just got approved this morning was we know that some of our smaller minority-owned banks, our CDFIs, don't necessarily have enough liquidity to do this in volume. We're going to make liquidity facilities, essentially very, very low-cost loans, no fees, et cetera, available to our minority-owned banks and CDFI partners, so you can do more. So, Daryl, if that's something of interest to you or not, but putting it out there, we want to make sure that our minority bank partners, and particularly our CDFIs, have all the capacity, all the capital they need to make these loans. I'm gonna pause there, Melinda. I know the others have some great things to add to this conversation.
Okay. Carol, do you or Carl want to go? Who wants to go next? Carol, you want to go and start?
I will. I will. So good morning to everyone. And I just want to thank CBA for the opportunity to just share some brief talking points related to the P3. That's the Paycheck Protection Program. I refer to a lot of these programs with acronyms, and I'll try to provide a definition as to the acronym that's used when I use it. So real simple. I really, really, really appreciate the fact that Melinda gave me a call and said, Carol, we need to make quite a few things happen. And I'm grateful that everyone is on the line. And with that said, we've got quite a few things that are taking place related to SBA. And we're going to continue to try to work with the Chatham Business Association. And I definitely need the lending partners that are on the line so that we can actively work with small businesses and try to get dollars delivered to the Chatham business community and basically minority communities throughout the state of Illinois. That's what my responsibility is. So what's taking place is I can tell you SBA is a federal agency and that we're working expeditiously to basically provide guidance and systems being put in place so that we can administer what's known as EA2, which is the Economic Aid to Hard-Hit Small Businesses, Nonprofits, and Venues Act. It was signed into government law on December 27th. And what's taking place is there's quite a few agencies that are trying to put in place a number of different changes and resources to roll out programs. So here's what's taking place. December 1st, January 11th, we opened up the loan system to accept first draw P3 loan applications, and that would be from community finance institutions and obviously their respective borrowers. Tomorrow, we're going to open up the system to accept second draw P3 loan applications from community financial institutions. For everyone that is on the line, I have just sent through the chat information so that you can take a look at some of the documents and the websites that will assist you if you're looking to get information related to the programs. And that includes the Paycheck Protection Program, the EIDL program, the Illinois District Office website address, the mailbox for the Illinois District Office, and of course, my email address. I can tell you that all of us are working expediently through at home, and we're trying to provide assistance to small business owners, and we're also working with lenders. Let me give you a brief top line overview. So we anticipate, as was mentioned, that we're going to probably open up the portal next week for the larger lending community. But right now, the focus is to provide economic aid and to make certain that it's available to small businesses that are considered to be in the low moderate income communities throughout the state of Illinois and throughout the nation. And therefore, right now, the window is open related to community financial institutions, okay? And that's gonna then include CDFIs, minority-owned depository institutions, and basically smaller lending firms. Because we know that they actively work with small business owners. But here's some top line specifics, and these are very, very simple specifics. As mentioned, there is a change by which there's going to be the availability of grants for SVOs, which are known as they're venue operators that basically operate stages and live music venues. There's obviously some changes in the P3 program related to the accommodation and what's known as the food service entities. They tend to have a NAICS code of 7.2. And the reason being is that they'll be able to receive second draw P3 loans for up to 3.5 of the average monthly payroll costs. Previously, it had been 2.5. I want the team to know that the EIDL program is still open so that for small business owners that are interested in making application, you can make application through the EIDL program, which is a direct loan. Now, keep in mind that loan is not forgivable, okay? But the Paycheck Protection Loan, which is a guaranteed loan with 100% guarantee by which you work with the lender, that loan is forgivable if the appropriate information is submitted, and that would include documentation. And then finally, what I think is super important is I want to just talk about the technical assistance. So what's really important when you approach a lender and or when you approach the SBA portal, if you're seeking to make a direct loan, is it's super, super important that you have your documents, and that's going to include financial statements, tax statements, DUN cage numbers, tax ID numbers in place, and that you're prepared, because lots of times if the application is online, the next field may be hidden. So you may not know what the next questions are. But I want to encourage everyone to make certain that you tune in on the 22nd because what's super important is that Chatham Business Association is putting together a much more detailed webinar by which technical assistance is going to be provided to potential applicants, and you'll have a better feel for what your financial statements are telling you, which documents you need to bring to the table, and how you need to begin to prepare to enter that information, whether it be a scan or whether it be submitting those documents to a lender by which you can make application and you can get to yes. And getting to yes means you get your loan approved. And then finally, I just want to share with the group, there are some newly eligible groups or categories that are basically eligible for P3 loans. And that's going to include, now this is really different, housing cooperatives, 501c6s, which are typically chambers of commerce and the like, destination marketing organizations, and some other types of organizations. And the suggestion was broadcast news organizations. They are now going to be eligible for P3 loans when the portal opens. So with that said, I've included a lot of good information in the chat. I would suggest you take a look at those websites and make certain that you tune in on the 22nd. And then Daryl, I'm just glad to see you, and I'd like to hear from you, because obviously we want to make certain that we're working with self-help and providing you with answers and just working together to serve the needs of the community. So thank you.
Yes, and before we go on, Carl, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, guys? Good morning.
Okay, let me say something. One of the first things we found out in the first round, your banking relationship is very important. So instead of, fortunately, these institutions on the phone pivoted, and I have to say, that's, with Daryl, he was taking calls and putting them in and getting people going, but we don't want to do that again this time. So no matter who you're banking with, if your relationship, depository is important, but if it's not of a lending nature, let us talk to you about that and let us see what we can do. The goal is all financial institutions are businesses, and there's a method to how they engage and why they engage. So we want to make sure you're in their business model. That helps us when we make the call for we're in, can you help? So having said that, let me jump back to Carl and then Daryl.
So just so you guys remember, March 31st is the last day for this program. So don't wait to the end. What I am doing, I've sent out an email to Carletta and Melinda. It's the application. So you guys can fill out the application. She'll send it out to you, but you can fill out the application. And every banker on this call would like for you to send them back the application typed, and then also another copy of it scanned and signed, so they can have 2 copies, right? And what the type one will do, allow us to copy and paste your information correctly into our system and upload it and keep things simple. Remember, you have to show a 25% reduction quarter over quarter, not month over month, but quarter over quarter. So that means have a conversation with your CPA, get your documents in order. But this is only for deals that are over 150,000. All right. So if you're over 150,000, you really need to have this stuff in order. But if you're under 150,000, then you can just go ahead and submit the documents, leave that part blank, and then get yourself in order with that. There's some great things coming with SBA. We're going to share more about that on the 22nd. But I would say that if you do not have your bank account with an organization, PNC, Fifth Third, self-help, get your bank account set up so we can go ahead and support you. Because I've had a situation last time where everybody was aggressive about getting their PPP loan done, but then they couldn't get their funds into their account for about 3 or 4 days because they didn't have an account set up. We didn't know our customer. So we have to know our customer, and we have to do that account. So get your account open. Today, we're a big bank, medium-sized bank, so we're gonna go live. It looks like after Wednesday, we're gonna make sure that we have the CDFIs in place to help you guys first, and then we go. But we have a very, very good system set up now to process these things very quickly. Last time, Fifth Third did 40,000 applications for the tune of somewhere about $6.5 billion. So, you know, we've got our bankers all lined up, ready to go to support our people, our clients. And so I would like for everybody to be a client if they can be. So.
Daryl, are you, can you chime in?
I certainly can. First of all, Tony, and PNC, thanks for providing those lines of credits to CDFIs. And Carol, thank you for providing more detail around what SBA is doing. That's very important. And then obviously, you know, Carl is always the man ready to help out in Chatham. And, you know, we got Ron Millsap on the phone as well. So the advice that I'd like to give everyone, first of all, is Seaway, a division of self-help, is going to be in the PPP business. You know, and so I'd like to just share some tips, you know, Carl and others that kind of alluded to it. So if you've already gotten a PPP loan, go back to that lender, right? Because you got two things going on. You got to get the first loan forgiven and you got to apply for the second loan. So by going to the original lender that you got the loan from in the first place, it allows you to kill two birds with one stone, plus a lot of the information that's required for the second loan we already have from the first loan, right? Because it's been booked to our system. So as Carl alluded to, that helps us know our customer and get you processed a lot faster. So you're going to find a lot of places are going to be focusing on existing PPP loan customers just because it's more efficient so we can get them through. But if you didn't get a PPP loan the first time, that's not to discourage you. You can still get your loan. You just want to make sure you're at an institution that has a relationship with you. That's a deposit account, because we still are held, you know, we're still accountable for knowing our customer. You know, banks and credit unions, we can't get around that. So if you have an account, we know you, and you know, that'll help us just coach you through the appropriate documentation that's required, right? Because as Carol said, there are going to be some new entities that now qualify. There's some other grant funding out there. Carl alluded to it. There's some stuff going on with the SBA 504 we're going to talk about later. That's all in the guidance that everybody has now talked about later that allows you to do some other wonderful things. And I tell people, get that EIDL loan. Forget about not being forgiven. It's the best rate you're ever going to get without having somebody tying up your house, asking for your mama, and giving you a great rate. So just talk to your accountant about that and the bankers on the phone. So the government and SBA has really done a great job to make sure that we can still be alive and provide services to our community. So just make sure that you're on the call on the 22nd. You got a great banking team here that's part of CBA. You know, I work with everybody here. You know, I'm working with Tony, I'm working with Carl, I'm working with Paul, I'm working with Ron. We tend to refer to one another, so if we're not the best bank for you, like Melinda said, you know, all banks and credit unions can't be all things to all people. We kind of have our niches. So we know what one another is capable of doing. You know, we have those midnight conversations with one another. So as Carl said, you know, go to the SBA site, try to get ahead of what's required. You know, if you don't quite have your paperwork in order, you know, work with somebody like, you know, Orlandi to make sure that you can get the technical assistance that's required so that, you know, you can have your paperwork in order, which is really, really going to be important because the deadline is March the 31st. Like Carl said, it's going to get here sooner than you think. So you want to just make sure that you have all the paperwork that you need. In our case, you know, we're going to have an electronic application. So that's why I sent everybody our website information. That's what we had the first time. So we want you to apply electronically. That allows us to be efficient. And then they'll have somebody like me that's going to coach you through the guidance. So if you don't quite have all the paperwork that you require, we're going to take our time and go through the guidance and help you with alternative forms of information that you can provide that will qualify you for the program, and try to give you as much guidance as we can around grants, around other programs that the legislation has provided, as well as the PPP program itself. So, you know, we're here. Again, I provided information to the link. We have not opened up our portal as of yet. We are working on it. In fact, I've got 3 emails since I've been talking about PPP, about when we're going to open up. But for us, our focus is really going to be on the smaller institutions in the neighborhood, right? So we're, it appears as though we're probably going to have a 1 or 2 day lag because we really want to understand the guidance, because we know some of our smaller institutions may not always have the paperwork available up front. So we really want to understand the guidance and work with Carol and her team to make sure we understand what the alternative forms of information are that are acceptable, so that we can work with you and your accountant, or if you are the accountant and the bookkeeper, we can assist you with, those pro forma statements and other types of information that will qualify, so that we can have the appropriate documentation at the end of the process to make sure that your loan is forgiven, right? That is the biggest thing, right? So we're doing our due diligence to make sure we know upfront what's required on the back end to make sure you don't get stuck with a loan that you don't want. So thanks again for having me here. I'm just proud to be a part of the financial services team of CBA to make sure that we're taking care of our membership and making sure you guys are as informed as possible around all of the opportunities that this most recent legislation provides, because there's a lot more to it other than just the PPP loan. So please make sure you attend the event on the 22nd, ask us lots of questions. Ron's giving his information. Carl, you got Tony and Paul on the line. Ask questions, right? Ask a lot of questions. And more importantly, lean on the CBA. Like Melinda said, send the questions to them, because they can help you get to the appropriate provider that's gonna benefit your business. So thanks a lot. Now I'll turn it back over to whomever the next speaker is.
And I tried to get Ron to see if he would listen, but I went, Ron, can you hear me? And I didn't know you haven't responded.
I can hear you.
Okay, I wanted you to say a few words before we, as we go to. On the 22nd, though, we will have a couple of our accountants online. We're doing this on the south side and the west side. It's in the morning at CBA, and then we're doing it with our business development partner, AAA BNA, on the west side in the afternoon. Same workshop, so if you miss one, it's virtual. You feel free to jump on the other. But on both ends, and as we said now, we're announcing it at our membership meeting because it starts today. As Tony said, you're gonna look at the application. We're gonna get you the checklist. You need to start asking us questions. We can get you technical assistance to get ready. The SBA will be involved. So this is a collaborative effort. I'm just going to be frank with you. We've had this conversation. The city sent out a list of CDFIs, but the question is, who is ready to take you on? Who's ready to process? Who can move forward? So we want in our family preparedness, those that are ready. And that's what CBA and AAA BNA, that's what we're trying to bring you. And obviously, as part of our family, you tell us if you hitting a roadblock, let us know. We can pivot, we can figure this out, because we've got some great experts, and we're proud of what we're doing. Having said that, Ron, first of all, I didn't get your confirmation from the 22nd in my chat.
Yes, you can confirm and add me to that panel discussion. Absolutely.
And then you want to add some things to that?
Yeah, so like one of the things that we did through the first round of PPP as a community bank is we everybody has that fiduciary responsibility to take care of their client first. So our clients were prioritized through the first round. And then as additional funding became available, and then they prioritized funding for LMI communities and minority borrowers, we partnered with Rainbow Push, South Shore Chamber, Noel Curtis, who's on the phone. We also partnered with New Covenant. So we want to work with those CDCs, those CDFIs, all those accountants that are out there in the community that can act as agents on behalf of the clients, because the technical assistance is something that usually helps people really get to that place where they have a good package for a bank to review and get them approved for the PPP funding. So I want to just echo, I'll be sending out communication to a lot of our partners, including the CBA, with all of our application materials. And then for our partners like CBA who can provide technical assistance, we'll track those referrals and we'll share agent fees with the technical assistance providers. So we'll pass on agent fees as the legislation allowed for in the first round. We'll do the same thing through this round. So we want to incentivize the small businesses who didn't participate in the first round or have questions about how to apply for a second PPP loan to go see the accountants, go to the chambers of commerce, get their assistance, and they'll get those packages over to myself and over at Providence Bank and Trust, and we will get your loans through our system. We want you absolutely to look at us as a partner. We want folks to understand that if we're going to open, it has to be a win-win for all parties involved. So we want to win relationships through this process and hope people can identify with us as a bank that's in the community that's there to support the community. We got a great program where we're not just about taking profit as a bank. We have a stewardship program where the bank donates 10% of its earnings every year back to the community. This year we made $13 million. We donated $1.3 million to nonprofits that are serving the communities in which we operate. So everybody can win in working with Providence Bank and Trust, and we look forward to welcoming existing and new clients through our process.
And
hey, Melinda, this
Tony,
is
go ahead. Yeah.
So just a quick comment, and this is mostly to the members. In addition to your own business, as you look north and south, east and west along the corridors where you house your business, remember that there's a real power in the synergy, the health of the businesses that surround you. So it's critically important that you talk to your neighboring businesses and get them engaged. They should not miss out on this round. If you can imagine, if we got everyone up and down 79th Street, 83rd Street, 87th Street to apply concurrently, we strengthen those corridors. It is critical that we are in this together. So, and I would tell you in a heartbeat, whether you get your PPP or EIDL or other SBA product from PNC, Fifth Third, personally, I don't care. It has to be about what we do together. So let's make this a real win for the community. I do have to hop off, Melinda, for another call, but let's win this and let's make us all stronger. So.
And before we, thank you, Tony, so much for joining in. There's a couple of things I'm putting in the chat. One of our really great TA accountants, CPA, he's great with you if you have IRS issues, state. Mr. William Hughes, I'm putting his name in the chat. I'm asking him to join us on the call on on Friday, January 22nd. We have another TA partner who's geographically located on the west side, but I'm putting the name in the chat because, again, it starts right now. And I'm going to introduce Jennifer Atkins, who has joined the team, because she's going to tell you about a program where if you work with the businesses within our SSA, we have Chatham Cash, and Chatham Cash is simply your cash you spend with our businesses. We give it back in the form of a PNC debit card. So Jennifer, are you on? And I'll put Mr. Hughes chat while she's talking. And again, start your questions to us today. We'll get the application out. We'll get a checklist out. We're going to get the registration list for the 22nd. It starts working today. Jennifer, are you there?
I'm here. Hello. Yes. So we are going to be launching the website. So Melinda, I'm not sure how much I can share it all, or what do I do?
Hey, it's family. We're telling it all.
This is the inside group. Okay. So the partnership is with Black Coin and the Black Mall, but the Chatham Business Association is launching Chatham Cash, which it is a reimbursement campaign called the Chatham Buy Local. And when you participate as a business, you can get customers that will now shop with you. And the customer is the real winner. Well, everybody's a winner, right? But the customer basically gets money for shopping within a designated district or designated stores. So coming soon, chathamcash.com, which will be available also on the Black Mall. The blackmall.com will also have the link. but it will give you an opportunity to get this app and then just go shopping. And then when you go shopping in these particular stores, you get money. So the idea is to shop, redeem, repeat. So, and this is going to cover restaurants, clothing, business services, beauty services, everything.
Everything within our area. And then you will get reimbursed from CBA. Listen, it's been really tough on our businesses. You have to help us by, you know, in Chatham, you can get your car washed, you can get AutoZone, you can get shoes,
you get popcorn,
you can get your dental work done. No reason in the world that you would want some of your money back just by spending to get your needs. So
right. So that's going to be launching MLK Day, January 15th. We'll be launching that. And it's really also about getting the businesses, as that word pivot. We want to make sure that businesses that traditionally will not go on a virtual level, now we're giving them technical assistance and a real why to go virtual, because now they can also gain from their online sales. And now they'll have a website, which the majority of them do not have websites. So we're going to be offering technical assistance on so many levels that's going to carry now these businesses into another 10 years in a way that they hadn't anticipated they would need to do. Now they're going to have that as well. And the membership, of course, for the CBA will need to increase, because that will be the caveat. You know, we need you to come in, get connected, get the assistance, and then win even bigger. And so the Chatham Cash is just a tool, but it's an awesome tool. And again, Black Coin is a brilliant idea. It's a tracking tool so that everybody's doing their job and everybody can just stay in their lane and be as strong as possible. So if somebody has questions, be willing to answer those.
And you know, we're going to get it to you, Sandy. You support every local thing we do. So thanks for Sandy will offer, she'll support all CBA. I'm talking about Sandy Ayano, so thanks. And before we go to, I got Ty, and I think Ty, I didn't hear you mention, are you still on? I didn't hear you mention, I think there's some opportunities where I saw an email from CPS. Are you still, is Ty Theory still on?
I'm here. Here we go.
I didn't hear, did you mention it already?
Oh, no, I didn't mention it, but definitely can let everyone know.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Let everyone know the amazing opportunities that we have with CPS. So most people know, I think I preach this every week, that Air Markets Sodexo had a hold on all our facilities contract. You know, they did all our cleaning for the schools, yada, yada, yada. They were there. Well, our new chief, his name is Clarence Carson, he unbundled everything. It took a while, everything has been approved. So we had all these facilities outreaches in December, and I think I had 2 in December, just to really get people, let them know what we have forthcoming. So elevator conversions, if you have elevator businesses, that's out. Backflow, you know, that means plumbing, that bid is coming up. Also, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at it. I'm actually in 2 meetings at one time. That can be done if you didn't know. But all that information, I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see. Those bids are coming out. We are looking for certified minority businesses. You know, that's my job, my passion, for every project that we have within Chicago Public Schools. So I will put the information in the chat and then also send it to you guys so you can send it out to your members. If you have any questions, I'm literally in my living room all day, so I will be able to assist you and help you out with whatever your needs are. And thank you again, Melinda, for allowing CPS to be a part of your platform.
No, it's 2021, and thank you all so much. You know, as once the call went out that the money was ready, I am so impressed with the response from SBA to, because it's 2 things, right? We have to survive, but we also have to keep going. The economy has not shut down. So the goal is not just to get PPP money. It is to, you know, to do what we all do best, as minority-owned business. We're tenacious, we're strong, we're innovative. We have to figure out a way to do it all. And I've seen it time and time again. I'm convinced we can do it now. We're here to help. You are not alone. I think the worst part about this is the isolation that comes with it. But we're a phone call away, we're an email away, trying to make sure that we bring the right partners, that we bring the right meetings. So if we're missing something or we're not giving you the information in a way that you can digest it or the way you want it, we will act like Burger King. Give us your order and we'll figure out a way to deliver it your way instead of the traditional McDonald's way where you just go through and it's a package deal, if that makes sense to you. Don't forget about the local buy. It's important. That means that you can buy insurance from Country Financial, who's in the area, and then get a portion of it up to $50 and some. It's a scale. It's the first 50 for each business can return to their customers $50. But then after that, it starts scaling because we had to make sure that the money is evenly distributed. We've partnered with a great platform. So again, it's to get you your pedestrian customers, your walking customers, get your PPP funds, and let's plan for the future. It's a unique opportunity for minority and Black businesses. We just have to hang in there through the tough times. So thank you again. And I hope we didn't miss anybody's special important announcements. January 22nd, the registration link with the application will go out as well as the checklist. So please feel free to sign up. Carol, do you have anything else to go? And thank you so much because I know you've been super busy.
No, I'm good. I just want to encourage everyone, would you have a team of lenders that are stepping to a platform and saying, hey, we want to work with you? And you also, in addition, have your technical assistance partners on the south and the west side. You can't do it alone. Everyone needs some help. Use the help. Get what it is that you need for your business, because none of us know when we're going to come out of this pandemic. And our whole point is to make certain, and my responsibility is to make certain that we get these resources delivered to the community. And so I'm grateful to have the opportunity to work with Chatham Business Association and each and every partner and stakeholder that's on the line. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gwen. I'm sure. Yeah.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. Well, we'll do the minutes for the next meeting. But I was remiss in not introducing Nicole Morrison. Nicole was going to be one of our speakers as well. I'm sorry, not Nicole Morrison.
Nicole Kerr, she had to get off.
You did? Okay. All right. Never mind. Thank you, Carletta. Sorry about that. Maybe we can have her come back for next meeting.
Yeah, we transferred everybody who was supposed to speak in January to next meeting just so we can start with the PPP.
Okay, that's great. And real quickly, we did have our board of directors, our board members on, and I did not introduce them. Carl Riley, well, you already introduced yourself. Elaine Granger was on, I believe.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Elaine was on.
I'm still here. I'm here.
Okay, Elaine, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick. I'm so sorry. I saw you there.
Oh, it's no problem. Real quick, AT&T External and Legislative Affairs. So if you guys need any assistance from AT&T, let me know.
Elaine,
yes,
can we thank AT&T? You know, we did a ComEd partnership. We did a partnership with ComEd, and the goal was to get the CARES dollars to the folks in our community to exhaust a pot of 10 million within just a couple of months. So making the call out to AT&T, we were able to get the Chromebooks, the data usage up and going, and I can successfully say we excelled. The funds were exhausted by December 15th. We hired 100 people. So it was really great. And thank you, Elaine, because I was texting you to get me this and getting your team called, and we got those hotspots out and our data thing up. We created 100 jobs, and we're really happy about that. Part of, with that model, we're looking at trying to create our own sort of Grubhub and Uber to do a delivery service Jennifer is working on with the businesses. so that we can really make this local buy campaign robust in Chatham. But I wanted to thank you, Elaine. I think I text you, but it's nothing like thank you to a person.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
Paula Bond is online too.
Oh, okay, it's Paul. Paul, are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, how are you? I've been there the whole time, so I heard everything. I'm glad that the information was out there, and it was very informative. It was a good set of presentations by everyone.
Paul, thank you so much for always looking after CBA and letting us bug you for everything that we need with PNC. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. It's our pleasure to work with you guys.
Okay. I'm sorry, Gwen, did you miss, I'm glad you're looking out. Did we miss anybody else?
No, just myself probably.
Okay, well, do you, because
No.
you wanted the fave.
No. I just want everyone to know who everyone is as part of the team. Carletta Kelly, everyone knows her, but my name is Gwen Shaw. For those of you who don't know me, but I am the owner of the Country Financial in Chatham, the first and the only Black female to own a Country Financial in the state of Illinois. And I do help a lot of the businesses, in particular, those that are working on their infrastructure and getting things in place. And insurance is an important part of that. So I feel free to give me a call. We have a very busy practice, but we love serving new people, as well as those of you that have not gotten your insurance. It's an important part of the PPP process as well. Those lenders want to make sure that your businesses are insured. So feel free to give me a call.
And if you've ever called our office, you've heard from Beverly, who I think she's on the line,
Hi, guys.
hours. Yes, she's answering the phone. She helps with data certification. If you tell her she stays on the staff to make sure we get done what we need to do. So thank you so much, Beverly.
That's what I'm here for.
I believe that's it. We'll table the business again until next meeting. Thank you all so much. This has been great. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on the 22nd. And I know Carletta will be sending some information out about that as well.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, please make sure that you register so that I send that information out to you on our website. I sent the link out, but please be sure to register.
And we understand if you don't renew your membership till after you get your EDIL or PPP.
Better call a banker. Good lesson.
Bye-bye.
Okay, without